I took a trip to an old building which was said to be used as a post office back in the day. This building is located next to the corner of Yvette Anthony Drive on the one-way and is located directly opposite Tyndale Street. I ventured across the road to take a closer look at the old age historic building. Which stood quietly as if in its own enchanted world. The preserved piece of history in present time. As fascinated as I am about old buildings and its history, this building was even more fascinating as it stood in my own community. The old architectural designs still in place for most of the building, and I could see remnants of old-time settings still standing. Unfortunately, most of the flooring boards were removed, so I did not proceed further inside the building. Based on my research, the building to date is actually 100 years old and still holds strong indeed for that lengthy period of time. As told by Mr. Michael Anthony, the building was built by a Mayaro master craftsman, Philip Javier, in 1920, who had been contracted by the Public Works Department to build the post office at Radix near the police station. This post office was actually the center of the town as village folk began moving closer to lands surrounding the post office. Post mistress Olga Coffey had planted fruit trees and rosebush on the property. When she retired in 1948, being the only person to administer the post office, it ultimately closed also. The post office was built in a time before there was door-to-door mailing, when mailbags came by car traveling along Mayaro Trace and on the midday bus from Rio Claro. Trains were a major mode of transport in Trinidad at that time. I inquired further to find out that the building was also used as a hospital and also a nurses' hostel. I also found evidence of that as I came across dated files and documents linked to that of a health or hospital institution. There were also other building structures on the premises which would have been linked to the use of the building at the time. It is presently in use as a pan site, where especially around Carnival, some members of the community gather to rehearse their pan tunes. So that's a lot to think about whenever you visit or come across this magnificent site of this quite remarkable old building while journeying through Mayaro on that old post office hill, as they may say.